Dear Minecraft, I already live in the Pacific Northwest. Please stop. Stop. I beg you. Please stop. I've had enough rain for the season. Yes, Thor, we acknowledge your presence. Shut up. Okay, stay time. No? Fine. It's gonna really make me... Okay, so. A few things. The road is finished. I used a different combination and I tried to spread it out a bit more evenly. I need to hide the torches like I did over here because this is what all the torches are hidden underneath the carpets. I finally, as you can see, decided on a design for the bouncy castle. Decided it's just childlike enough that it works. Okay, much better. I've had enough rain for a season. Hey look, we can see again. Isn't it lovely? Alright, as I was saying, I now have a design for the bouncy castle. And I'm as happy as I'm gonna be with it, I think. I'm not 100% sold, but I'm happy enough. I have a few bits and pieces to finish up here and there. Why is this different than that? I don't know. That's what I get for working on stuff too late. The road in is finished. Oh wow, he's still firing at me. I haven't decided if I'm actually going to do the haunted house on that tunnel like I've been talking about for weeks because I kind of want to get my next couple of big things done. I'm not sure that I care enough to try and utilize that in that way. Now back at the base, I have started digging. So if we take a look around here, the bottom, I've dug down a bedrock. And it's because, I don't know actually. I think I want to put some of these farms down there and expand the storage system because that is just not enough. I still have so much everywhere. And so I just kind of started digging it out. Plus, if I dig this down to bedrock, put glass up here, I won't have creepers spawning up here so much as they will down there. And for all I know, there's a slime chunk down there. I don't know, I haven't checked. But I've been digging it all out. I think I just want a really monstrous, ridiculous storage unit capacity thing place. Words are hard right now. Anyway, moving on. Just off of the distance over here, right there, there's a brand new island. This took some doing. So this is going to be where I'm going to have a collapsed half-inflated hot air balloon that's strewn across this island. Haven't fully figured out, decided how I'm going to get people here. Uh-oh, am I crashing? I'm not. I don't know. I think I'm going to put some kind of bridge that connects from that to here to somewhere in here. In the hill, it was just kind of experimentation. I kind of like the idea of having like an employee only like access point hill. This is hollow on the inside anyway. That like the employees would keep like pumps and tools and there'd be like a little tiny door and whatever. So, you know, like a little porta potty restroom for employees. And I'll put some armor stands and things out here to make it, you know, a little bit more lifelike. And that's one of the things I'm missing is I'm just missing a bit of life in the whole situation, in the whole thing, because I'm not really done with it yet. That is one of the things I really, really like about this like mining shaft pit was the armor stands really kind of add character to the whole thing. And it just brings a bit more of authenticity to the whole scenario. You can see what's going on. He's got a little cable rope. This one's coming up at the top with the to help with the winch, and he's coming up there. You've got this guy right here with the book of regulations screaming at them because they're climbing on top of the cable winch because they're pulling stuff out of the mine shaft. And you have this guy who's like, screw this, dude. I'm out, yo. I'm gonna go dig over here because I don't want to I don't want any part of this. And then you've got this guy who's pointing at them saying, hey, look, you morons. And over here, you've got the foreman who's pointing somewhat, I think that stand pose is supposed to be like exasperation, like across the forehead, like, oh my gosh, what is someone doing? So I've got this whole thing, and then over here, I wanted to put a couple more in. I've got a guy who's watching through this construction window, and they used to do this a lot more often. Years and years ago, we'd have these gigantic construction barriers around buildings, and they would put these windows on the barriers so passersby could watch. But I really like, oh, there's a kitty down there. I really like the way that this turned out, especially with the armor stands. It just kind of adds a little bit more life to it. And so I want to do this, more of this, in some of the other builds. Like I want to add, oh, ow, don't. I want to add like someone sitting at the table here, and then someone like sunbathing on the lounge chair, and then a couple people in the pool because it's only one block deep. And then like over add a queue and add people standing out front of the maze, just to add some life. Now over here, right here, I have added a shell and expanded out the storage for the slime farm underneath because it produces a crazy amount of slime balls. I am loving the design here on this window. Let me plop myself here. I love the design here on this window. And I'm trying to figure out, it feels unfinished still though. So I'm trying to figure out exactly how else to incorporate this minimalistic design aesthetic to the rest of the building and still making it look like it was professionally done. I'm really thrilled with it. This, I'm actually very pleased with this. I wanted to do something a bit different. And I really was just kind of playing with materials. I really like how this turned out. I like the design on it. It just spoke to me in a way that I just couldn't understand at the time. Like, why am I doing this? It doesn't make any sense. And I need to make this one block wider just to center it. Feels still a little bit unfinished, but I really, really dig it. So, this is everything I've been working on over the last couple of weeks. I ended up needing to really take a break after the bouncy castle really kind of just like destroyed my brain. And I'm really thrilled with what I needed to do. Just kind of like knocked projects out and got stuff done. Oh, I also went through and ruined the temple. This was pristine, clean brick. And it has been for a long time, but I decided that I wanted to ruin it. So I added some mossy and some cracked brick. And again, I'm really like how this turned out. I think it looks fantastic. Come here. I've got a sword for you. Pokey was lonely. So growing up, my parents used to take us to an amusement park, and there was like no hotels or anything really nearby that I was aware of, especially as a kid. But there was a area where you could take your families and camp. You could pull in a trailer or you could pull in a tent. And it was always this kind of magical thing. It wasn't a big park. It wasn't anything like Disneyland or anything like that. But it was this kind of mystical, magical thing where you could see the amusements just beyond the fence. And you could hear them and they were all night long. And it was this like anticipation that just as a child was just amazing. And I think that's what I want to do here. I think I want to put up some kind of fence or barrier. I think that's what I want to do here. I want to put up some kind of fence or barrier, and I want to like put in a campground in this area in these trees. Dig out the earth just a little bit, extend it, the trees down, or make the foliage for the cover, the tree cover with the canopy, whatever it's called. I don't remember it now. Cover the ground area, and then putting like deliberate camping spots just on the outside, because I love the idea of, especially as like families coming with young kids coming to the amusement park and just being really excited and just being able to see it just barely outside of reach. So I'm gonna level some of this out because I want like the amusements to be like fully viewable from anywhere in the campground. So like the roller coaster, I want to be able to see the uh the maze over there. Hello. I want to be able to be seen, the noises from the bouncy castles and all the events. I want it to be able to seen because it just kind of gives that excitement and anticipation. And the monorail will come in off of that direction, which I've started. I'm not quite sure where I'm going to take this yet, and maybe what I'll do is I will take this so it goes around the island like this direction. So then it ends up coming back here. I haven't fully decided. I'm sure I'll figure it out at some point. It just, right now, the inspiration has not really hit me to the point where I'm really 100% sold on that. But I really, really like the idea of this being a family camp out ground area just outside of the amusement park. So I'm going to get started on that. Yes, I looked at the Enderman. I can feel you judging me. That's right. Walk away in shame. Walk away. See? Don't press me, pig. That's the correct answer. Stop. It's the middle of the day. I don't know what it is with the 0.5 update. It felt like it rains way, way more than it should. Ooh. Okay, that's the first time I've legit seen a lightning strike on the ground.
Warrior eats food badly.
And where's my bed? We've got mobs setting off the alarm in there. So many of them. Oh. See, this is what happens when you spawn proof 180 blocks in every single cave. I'm not afraid of creepers because they've been like dehardened. But the rest of it can kill me. Is this like a social spawning thing? Am I getting zombies because they're socially spawning? That's how that works, right? Oh wow, they destroyed my bed. I lost my bed. Middle of the day, right? Wasn't middle of the day. But it's still rain. I think this is broken, and I'm gonna call this here because this is very frustrating. I might turn rain cycles off because this has been endless. Absolutely endless. I swear it rains all day long. I have to manually turn the rain off or it just doesn't. Okay, this is. See what I mean? Yeah. All right. I'm gonna call this there. I'm just gonna keep working on the campground, provided that I stop living in the Pacific Northwest in Minecraft, which is really frustrating. Hope everyone has a great time. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time. Shut up, Thor.